Hey everyone, welcome to Factorio. Although it isn't exactly base game Factorio, we are going to be playing with the Krastorio 2 overhaul mod. And if you are unfamiliar with this mod, it's a mod that adds several dozen actually, new buildings, new technologies, some new weapons, and completely overhauls the combat system in case you wanted a little bit more combat out of your Factorio. So, let's head into the new game and we will see what we can get here. So, other than the base Krastorio 2, I am also using a few, I would say, quality of life mods. One that you can probably already see here is the colorblind mod that changes the color of enemy nests, and it also changes the color of pollution on the map, so it is a little bit more visible. And I guess the rest of the mod I could introduce as they appear in game. For now, let's just try and find a somewhat decent starting location. This seed looks pretty good. One thing I don't like is that the starting iron ore is quite far away from the coal, so I think we are going to reroll that. Let's get something a little bit more, let's say, sane. The beginnings of a new Factorio game are quite slow enough, and if I would have to constantly run between iron and coal, that would make it even slower. This looks a little bit better, but I still don't think it's good enough. This one was alright, but overlapping resources have their own set of inconveniences, let's say. This one looks a little bit too deserty. We still are going to have biters, so we don't exactly want to start on a desert. I think this should be alright. There isn't a ton of trees, but I think this is good enough. If it turns out that it isn't, at the very least we will be able to quickly restart and reroll. All the other options I think we are going to leave at standard. I was considering going for the railroad preset, but I think we will stay with the base game default. Not having the biters expand would be nice, but I think we could live with that. And yeah, I think that's it. So let's get into it, shall we? And here we are. As you can probably see already, in contrast to the base game Factorio, while you start with the same crashed ship, in addition to a few resources here and there, you also start with a basic lab that can research only the most basic science pack, several of these ship material fabricator or basic assemblers, and a spaceship reactor, which gives you a whole 240 kilowatts, but it's something to start with. So, let us begin by crafting additional miner, and let's collect... Oh, actually, we should probably start by collecting some big rocks. That will give us some starting stone and coal. Sadly, I do not see any in range. So I guess this seed isn't as great as I was hoping for. Alright, so we are going to go to our coal patch and instead get some quick coal by mining. We will set up our basic iron miners and then we will run around and see if we can find some of these rocks. Oh, I should probably also get some stone. This we can fortunately get from any rock. Alright, so let's make some furnaces. Oh, first difference you will notice, second actually, after the starting buildings. Second difference you will notice in Krastorio that you have to select recipes for your furnaces. So let us select the recipes here. And here I will use the even distribution mod to distribute the coal that I have mined across all these 4 buildings evenly. And now that we have done that, let us just run around and see if we can find some coal. Ah, there is one. So let us get this. And we will look around a little bit more. Those starting 5 pieces of coal won't last our miners very long, so we should probably not spend too much time exploring. Ah, there's another coal rock. So let's grab that. And there's another, and these ones don't have any coal, so we will just get these 2 and return to our mining position. Ooh, one mistake that I made already is that I didn't take note of where our oil is on the map, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit more exploration at some point in the game. But for now, let's just worry about our basics. Alright, so we have the coal and we have the stone. So we will get back, we will produce some of the iron that will let us make more miners. We will expand to both the coal and the copper. And once we have both of these, we will be able to produce our first electric poles, and we will use them to connect these devices and start producing some basic science. So while we do that, let's put 2 of the miners on our coal so they mine it automatically. It would be nice to have a supply for later. And let's just check if we can find maybe 1 or 2 more of these coal rocks to the south. Oh, we can already see there's a biter's nest nearby. We're gonna have to be aware of that as our pollution cloud expands. I don't see any more coal rocks here. No, there are none. Crap. Oh well. Let us just gather some of this wood then and get back. One thing you will pretty quickly notice is that in contrast to the base game, Krastorio 2 does have several more uses for the wood, so in the beginning you have to collect quite a bit of it, but fortunately quite soon you will be able to produce wood automatically. Alright. Let's grab this iron here. Let's make more miners. We will put 2 of them here and 1 here and 1 on copper. I think that should be enough for now. Oh, I actually built more. Right, because I wanted to place 2 more of them on coal, so I shall do that momentarily. Just let me first do that. Alright. And let's move to the coal. There we go. Maybe we could actually speed this up by adding another one. And let us start making our electric poles. another iron point. There we go. Now, let's collect this and let's move towards our equipment. Let's connect this first assembler to our reactor and let's start making some iron gear wheels. Another thing that we should probably make are these copper cables, because we will need them to make the basic tech cards. Which... one thing that you will notice is that Krastorio uses mainly these tech cards instead of the standard Factorio science packs, and this basic tech card is a sort of initial starter tech card that I would place even before the starting Factorio automation science pack. It does let you research a few of the initial technologies, and you make it simply by combining copper cable with some wood. So let us do that. We can actually do that in the assembler. So let us do that. Let's put some of our wood and some of our copper cable. Sadly, they are pretty slow, but it can churn up the science packs while we run around. Not a lot of automation, but any automation is pretty good. Right, more burner miners. In the meantime, we will add more coal. We will add more iron ore. And one more on the copper batch. Ah, there we go. We have our first basic tech cards. And this notification that just appeared is from the awesome Milestones mod, which gives you a set of achievements for every game. I wanted to say that it does have a preset for Krastorio 2, but actually it has been recently removed because Krastorio 2 now has its own use of the Milestones mod. It implements the achievements on its own. Alright, so we will start by researching, oh, the only tech we can actually research right now, which is this automation core. This is another thing that you will quickly notice about Krastorio 2. It introduces quite a few additional intermediates, even to the basic Factorio recipes. Right. And as we are low on power already, I think we can supplement it by building a wind turbine. Now, wind turbines also don't produce a whole lot of power. But for now, this is our only option, so let us just do that and not worry. Alright. 20 kilowatts. Not a whole lot indeed. Alright, so let's grab this set of basic tech cards, drop it in the lab, and while it's churning out our science, we will go and collect some more of this wood over here. We are already out, and we will definitely need a lot of it, both for the science packs and for our basic electric poles, because it's gonna take us quite a while before we can get to the medium ones. They do require steel, and steel is, let's say, a little bit further out than in the base game, but also it has a little bit more complicated recipe than just throwing the iron plate in a furnace. Alright, let's grab one more, and we get back. There we go. Our automation core is done. What do we need for automation or assembler? We need electronics, so let us do that. Let's put this in the queue. And since we have some biters nearby, I think after power we will actually research military. We are going to need that submachine gun pretty quickly. Also, this area is less forested than I would have liked. Still, I think we might be able to survive. Alright. Throw that here. Throw some of it here. And we go collect our resources. Actually, let's start by crafting a few of these automation cores because they will certainly be useful. Grab that. I think we should probably throw more wood in here and more copper cable in here. Let us actually make some more copper cable. A little bit more into the iron gear wheels. I don't know if we're gonna need that many, but they will definitely not go to waste. Oh, one thing that you could probably already notice is that I have a mod that makes the nights a little bit brighter. I've tried playing without it, and frankly, the nights get way too dark to be visible on stream, so I thought, as a quality of life for you guys, it's a mod that you just gotta have if you're streaming Factorio. Alright, we got all our electronics. And another change, the electronic circuit needs wood. So, as you can see, we are definitely going to need a lot of that wood. I think we could actually fit another research in there. That is the base lab. We will add a few more laboratories so our basic research can go a little bit faster. And while we prepare our laboratories, we will research steam power. So once our labs are set up, we can actually set up some steam boilers for a little bit more long-term energy solution. Alright. Wood collected. I think we could probably make a few more burners. So let's do that. And let's place this shelter. This shelter from Krastorio sets your spawn point, as you can see in the tooltip over to your right. You can have only one shelter per force, and why I placed it? I actually placed it because A, it has a ton of storage, and B, it's a pretty large building, so we will be able to place a lot of assemblers around it and use it as a sort of resource buffer for the time being. Right, let us evenly distribute this coal that we are carrying. There we go. Copper plates, iron plates, more coal. More iron, more copper, and automation is... Huh. Did we seriously run out science pack? That's 90%. That's perfect. Oh, 9% actually, but never mind. Okay, we have our assembling machines, so let us build a few of them, and also a few of these inserters. Another intermediate item or ingredient that you need here is, or are, the inserter parts. Inserter parts are just iron gear wheels combined with the iron sticks. So those wheels will definitely not go to waste. Alright, assembler, let's place it here, I think. And let's connect some power. Oh, we are going to need more poles. And that assembler, I think, can craft... Ooh. I think automation cores would be the best thing to do. We can use this one to craft the sticks. Load it in. This is going to require copper plates, so let's place half of our copper plates here and the other goes in here. You grab that. Let's maybe save half of our wood for electric poles and the other half can go here. We will wait for this to craft our cards and we will throw them in the lab. Then we will go and collect a little bit more wood because, as you can see, it goes out quite fast. Right, let us actually stop crafting this so we stop using as much power. That will speed up our tech card production. Come on, come on, come on, give me those cards. There we go. Throw them in here, and we go grab some more wood. Those labs will be very important to speed up our research because I like to get the wood production as fast as possible in Krastorio. It saves you a lot of hassle. Having to go out and manually collect wood isn't very exciting. Not to mention it slows you down quite considerably. More wood, more wood. I think 50 will be enough for now. There you go. 54. Why not? We've got 30 power poles, so I think we can add a few more. Let's throw some iron. Oh, we already have. Never mind. Thank you, Bust Me. You've saved me some hassle. Get that in there. Get half of those in here. And we go collect our resources once again. Look at all that coal. Another change that Krastorio 2 adds is it increases stack sizes for most items. The basic resources mostly stack to 100 or 200, like that column here, which is definitely helpful in mining coal like this using the burners. They can store much more in the internal buffers. Alright, our labs are slowly being researched. What do we need? More copper cable. Make me more copper cable, please. I think I might put another wind turbine. Because this slowdown isn't exactly great. We already have 6 automation cores, so that is cool. Let us use it to make a few more inserters, and let's add a few more assemblers as well. We will make this one craft iron gear wheels, so we don't have to deliver them from up top. And let us also add stick producer over here. There we go. Let's grab that. Let's replace this with steel beams. Oh, sorry, iron beams. And now we can add some new labs. We will collect those beams once they are made. For now, let's just grab the resources. Let's add a few more mining drills. course we do. Now, one thing you should be wary of with using this shelter for production is that it cannot be connected to the circuit network using wires, so you don't really have a decent way of limiting the production. So you might want to just watch out for overflow of resources, so you don't end up with a ton of iron gear wheels and sticks and not much iron to do anything else. Right, let us craft a few laboratories, and I think we will place them somewhere around here. Then we can place our power production somewhere over here, close to that coal, and I think our smelting can go here and our main bus will go to the east. Oh, there's mineral water here. It's another resource added by Krastorio, but we will not be utilizing it for quite a while, so let us not worry about it. Let's enable the pollution cloud. Ooh, it almost spread to the southern biter nests, and it also spread quite far to the west, so I think we will actually have to worry about our military sooner than I expected. I think we can also put our light armor here, then we will increase our mining speed, and then I think we will go for the crusher because it will let us crush, well, after we research this, it will let us to crush the stone into sand. It will let us to melt the sand into glass, and then we will use that glass to produce some greenhouses for wood production. For now though, I think I will just collect some of those resources, prepare to make a few magazines, and then go and kill some biters because they will quite soon be agitated by our pollution. Now, also, I think I might want to put a few of these on the stone patch, because while the rocks are pretty decent supply stone, it will be better to make the stone automatically. For now though, let's mine out some of it and make the furnaces we require for our additional iron. Alright. There we go. More coal. Ooh, I accidentally disabled this. Let's take a look if we... Yep, everything else seems to be working, so we go here and we make more iron miners. Let's go and craft a few more of the science packs, tech cards. I think I might actually place an assembler to speed this up a little bit. There we go. And let us place our 4 labs. Right now I'm gonna place them here because I'm gonna be adding the cards manually. Let's just add just one because we are almost done with this research. How are you doing? Pretty good. 280 out of 492. I'm gonna add a few more turbines. Alright. Let's speed up our military research. Oh, we are severely out of power. I think we might have to worry about steam power production sooner rather than later. For now though, let me just grab resources and make more of these rifle magazines. Another change from base game. The rifle uses different ammunition than the pistol. Alright, the ammo is being made. And the nest is already in pollution range, so let's go and deal with it. I would have preferred to wait for the light armor, but I do not think we can afford the wait. And here's the combat overhaul. It doesn't auto-aim, which is the first change, and the other is that bullets are now physical objects with travel time, and they can miss, and they can be blocked by objects in the world. Like, you can't shoot through these rocks anymore if you want to kill those biter nests. And if I shoot this worm, the nest will protect it. So the combat is a little bit more interesting. Right, let us finish these. Would have been nice to have a few turrets to help with this, but sadly the turrets are quite far away in the tech tree. Well, relatively. It's still one of the starter techs, but you have to do quite a lot of research because before you can get to them. And here is another change from Krastorio. The biter spawners leave corpses behind, from which you can gather biomass. Biomass will be used to, I believe, make military tech cards. Although I am not certain how this works in the current version. Last time I played Krastorio 2, instead of the biter corpses, each nest had some creeps spread on the ground around it, and you had to collect that and use the biomass for military research. For now, I'm gonna assume that the biomass works exactly the same, other than the collection method, of course. Right. Let's put those cards here. We will ignore that lab since it's... well, it isn't really slower. It still has 1 research speed, but I'm gonna leave it be, as this one will be more useful for future science packs. For now though, I think while this slowly researches, we will go and explore around our pollution cloud to make sure there are no more nests in range. Another mod you could see a moment ago is the to-do list, which lets you create tasks so you don't forget what you were going to do. For now though, I don't really have a set task for the near future. I'm just kinda exploring the early game, and that isn't really something I'm gonna forget, so let's not worry about it. For later, another thing we will have is the factory planner, which will let us calculate all the necessary ratios. And there's of course the recipe book, which since 2.0 might not be as useful since we have the Factoriopedia, but I kinda installed it to see if it still has some use. Right, I don't see any nests in range to the west. There is another one over here, and it is rather close. Alright. Let's deal with it. We do have enough magazines and we can craft some more. So let's do that and let's engage. Hello guys. Yes, I am also very happy to see you. But sadly, I'm afraid you have to go. That's one down. Huh, this might be interesting with the changes to 2.0. Those nests getting more and more HP as the evolution factor increases. Might be funny. Alright. We have found another stone patch over here. And that's about it. We might need to deal with this nest in the nearby future, and we might want to explore further to the west to see if there is anything in range over there. Now though, let's grab this wood since we are out here. And I think we will go back to our base because I think our science labs might be... Oh no, they are still working. That's fine. But still, I think they might be running out of packs soon. So let's grab the resources and start crafting a few more. Here we go. Oh, of course, I didn't notice that happened. You guys should be fine, you guys should be fine, and you guys should be fine. Alright, since the research is very slow, let us start working on our steam power. The change that these offshore pumps have in contrast to the base game is that they require power now, so we will first use a separated from the network wind turbine to power just the pump, and once the main power from steam engines kicks in, the pump will use that power. Let's leave all that space for our power needs. So the pump is gonna be here. That isn't in range, but that should be. So let's do that. And here we will disconnect the network. Let's make some pipes. I think this will be enough. We will be able to place a tank over here later. You know what? Maybe let's actually move it a little bit further so this is passable by car or a tank. Look at me, for once worrying about the future of our game. Right. Place the power poles. And the first one, I want to make a burner inserter so it is always able to kickstart our power production. There we go. And there we go. Since we are making a ton of power in comparison to our previous setup, let's connect it and hope we get more research. And by more research I mean any research, because apparently it stopped because we ran out of packs. There we go. We had about 4 SPM if I am reading this chat correctly. Let's see how much we get when we add our power. Nice. Looks like twice as much. That's gonna be useful. Alright. Next thing I probably wanna make is automated production of the belts. So let us put some more iron over here. Let's make a few of these. What I want to start thinking about is a sort of furnace stack setup. So let's grab some of that stone, make a few furnaces, and start planning out basic iron ore and copper ore smelting operation. I think 8 should be enough for now. Like that. That should be enough. Let's add our belts to the quick bar. Okay, that looks quite alright. Let us just copy this. Oh, sorry. Before we copy this, let us actually add some poles over here. And now we can copy and mirror. Ah, damn it. The wire's already getting tangled. I hate it. Yes, my OCD is suffering right now. There we go. Much better. And let us add a... Oh, we cannot add a balancer at the end because we don't have logistics yet, which means we do not have the splitters. Splitters actually require the second card, the automation tech card. So let's just enqueue that and enqueue logistics to make sure we don't forget about it. And our next step will be the electric mining drill. After that we will go for the gun turrets, because it would be nice to set up some automated defenses. For now though, let us grab these belts. I think I might grab that and add some primitive automation to our iron setup over here. There we go. Put it here. Put those here. And put those here. Go. And I think I might actually want to add some basic production here. You know, I shouldn't build too much over here since we are going to be making a furnace stack further down south. But I think it might still take a while before our stack is operational since we don't have the splitters yet. And I think it would be nice to have even some automation. Actually, let me go to our settings and see if I can disable the to-do list appearing every time I mute my microphone for a second. Shift T. I don't think we need that. Thank you. No. Well, I guess it's gonna detect the technology now. We can unbind it as well. We can always just click. There we go. Much better. Okay, now that we have that, let us make our transport belts here. And let us also move some of those into a chest. Sadly, we don't have wires yet, so we have to filter the slots. But that will be enough for a while. Alright, what else? We could automate the pipes, but I don't think there's much rush to do that yet. Although if we're gonna automate wood quickly, then it might be nice to have. Let's see if that decision comes to bite us in the butt later on. And we are out of wood already. Who would have guessed? Yep, this mod definitely uses a ton. I mean, when you first look at it, it doesn't look like wood is not useful. But honestly, given that it's in the electronic circuit, all these small changes start to stack pretty quickly. There we go. And here is our pipe production. So that is out of our mind. Let's just place this here. And now that this is done, we should put more wood here. And more copper here, because of course we forgot about that. I think this is the right time to start thinking about automating the tech cards. So let's put the 4 basic card assemblers here, and over on the other side we are going to place the whatchamacallem, automation tech cards once we research them, and we will put them on a single belt that we are going to send straight into the labs. I think I'm gonna leave some space between the labs, like that. Let's actually keep it as a single line. Oh crap, I have misplaced that. Let's move that one tile to the north. That should be fine. Alright. And for now, since we don't have automated wood production yet, I think we are going to just have a chest over here. Alright. We need more of the assembly machines, which means we need more wood. Huh. Every single time. Right. We can also grab this copper. I feel like we need some sort of lumberjack song, but nothing comes to mind. Alright, 34, 40, and 50. That should be enough for now. Ooh, out of coal. Not cool. Alright. Moving on. I think I actually might want to take that from you. You are gonna get the wood. You are gonna get the copper. And if we place those lamps, it would be probably better. More wood for the inserters. Oh, I long for the day when I don't have to manually mine wood. Mine? Cut down, I guess. Oh, it's Factorio. Everything is mined. There we go. And there you go. Basic science production online. We are still quite far away from automated wood. So for now, we are just going to mine this small patch. Oh, actually adding inserters that input the cards into the labs, now that will be quite useful. And let's do that now since another set of cards is coming in. Oh, also I think we might want to check on our power production in case we are running out of coal in the chest. Our power production is steady for now, but that is definitely not going to last. How are we standing? 357. I mean, it's alright. It's not great, but it's alright. Let's put some more. 756. It will be alright as long as I don't increase power production. And of course I will. This is Factorio. Another miner is done. I think we might add some more. Belts. Please and thank you. Inserters. There we go. And fuel. Oh, copper ones out as well. There we go. And before we do anything else, I want to place a chest near the spaceship. Or you know what? Actually, we can use the spaceship itself as a chest and store our biomass in there for the time being, since we won't be using it for a while. Oh look, well, most of our coal miners are full. Right, looks like they are going to keep running. Huh. No fuel here? Why? There we go. Copper. Iron. More copper. And more copper here. We have another one, and for another one we are gonna need electronic circuits, which means copper cables, which means we can grab those we are making here, because those aren't being used for anything else. Oh, didn't I have some of these? No, I don't. I must have used them already. Mining speed has been researched. There is one more level when we get the automation pass. Do I have any of the automation cores? No, I do not. So I think we can remove these assemblers and instead do this. Oh, and you need copper plates, which we have used up already. Let's grab more. What? You're out already? Come on. Go. Let's place them in the shelter. Soon we won't have to use the shelter because we will automate the automation cores for the automation tech card. Let's wait to see if any of them are out. No, looks like they are fine. Cool. Collect this, collect 2 of these, and a bit of that. Nice, nice, nice. More science, please. Oh, it starts to pile up on the belts. I think this might be a good indicator that we need more labs. We're gonna add a few more miners on the copper and on the iron. Then we're gonna increase our power production because I believe we are slowly starting to get to our limits. There we go. That should be fine. That should be fine as well. Those are powered, so we don't have to worry about them. Alright. Alright. More coal. No, this is running out. And the rest looks fine. Five more miners, then we will enable this set. We'll grab those pipes and we will go and build our additional power. There we go. You can also get up here. for now, since we haven't built those inserters, they will just store the iron plates in the internal buffers. We will extract them from the buffer once we are ready, which means when we get enough copper to make enough inserters. For now, sadly, we are quite poor in that regard. Oh, of course, I didn't grab the pipes. Luckily, I have just enough iron only left. There we go. And over here... Oh crap, not enough iron to make enough chests, sadly. But that should be enough to kickstart at least 2 of new boilers. Let's grab the iron ore and put it in the smelter. Oh, another one went out. Here we go. Grab our copper. And we do need more iron, I guess. Thank you. More of these, more of those. Stone processing is actually not producing because we ran out of wood. Again. Luckily, this is second to last tech we need for wood production, so we won't have to deal with this for much longer. Let's wait for this chest and go, or rather not go grab more coal, just let's split what we do have here. And there we have it, 6.3 megawatts power production. That should be enough for now. I think next time we will have to upgrade it when we get our electric miners. Can we fit one here? Technically we can, but without an inserter, and I don't want to make a non-automated setup. Right, more copper. Let's gather some of that dead wood. A little bit more over here. Stone processing research is speeding up. Okay, and okay. We will put all of that wood in our science production, and then we can... No, let's actually make a few of these so we have supply, and the rest we can put towards our science production. Alright. Let's increase the amount of labs we have. More iron, please. What will we need for the crusher? Iron beams, automation cores. So let's put some of the iron here. You need copper plates, so let's put that here. Everything is working fine. We have 16 cores here, so that is gonna be enough. Let's put some of the copper plates in here to make us cables. Actually, let's put more iron here. And how's our cloud? Not great. I think we might actually want to explore west and see if it is in range of some biters over there. Because if it is, it's not gonna be great. Go. More lamps. More. Better. Ooh. Now that this is working, let us quickly explore to the west. And when we return, I think we should have automated wood production ready to be made. Let us actually grab those cores so we can start producing sand. There you go. We will put it around these parts. And for the timing, we will store the sand in a chest. Come on, come on, come on. Give me the crusher. There you go. We won't limit them for now, because they won't stay there for very long. I wonder how much further south that water is going. Huh. Not much further, huh? I think we will be able to start building some sort of a defensive wall over here. So for now, let's just explore a little bit around it. And let's move south to put some buffer space before our pollution cloud. And over here we found some crude oil. Nice. That will be helpful for the future. And there's a nest which we will have to eliminate soon, but I think we are going to wait for that until the time that we have some turrets. Alright, this looks alright. Looks like we will be able to construct a defensive wall to the west of the oil. So that might be a really cool location to take over, I guess. Right, 70% on the greenhouse. 1 minute left of research. I think we should place the stone furnaces and actually smelt some glass. Hello, wood. We will collect it because some is required to actually craft the greenhouse. Would be kinda sad if we used all our wood and we wouldn't be able to make that. Alright. Almost there. Sadly, we don't have any coal on us, so we will have to go north and collect from the miners before we can start smelting this glass. No, another miner ran out. You're alright, you're alright, you're alright. There we go. Greenhouse is unlocked. Let's spread the fuel among all of our miners and smelters for the time being. Cool. Did I collect the copper? I do not think so. I think I was too preoccupied with exploration and then the glass. That should be enough for a greenhouse, and indeed it is. Greenhouses require water in order to produce wood, so let us prepare another pump as well. No. And our tech card production already stopped. Come on, greenhouse. It's a pretty chunky building, as you can see. It produces 40 wood over 60 seconds. Pretty slow crafting recipe, but it's a good one. And another quite cool thing about it, as you can see on the right, it has negative pollution. As it works, as it produces wood, it actually absorbs pollution around itself. So we can use it as a sort of air purifier, I guess. Now, Krastorio, as far as I can remember, does have its own air purification technology later on. But at least for now, those greenhouses will be pretty helpful. Alright, let us get some water. Let's give it some power. And let's connect it to our greenhouse. There you go. Place. Oh, of course. Now it's working. 200 water gets slowly turned into 40 wood. And our automation tech card is almost complete, so let's prepare the ingredients for it. To make an automation tech card, you need automation core and these blank tech cards, which in turn require iron plates and copper cables. I think a single crafter will be enough for each of them, so let's just do this. I think here we'll put the automation core and here the other stuff. And that should be fine. And you require iron gear wheels and iron sticks. So let us add those as well. We need wood. Of course we do. I mean, we could steal it from here, but I think we actually want that to go into our research, so it doesn't get slowed down any more than it already has. Iron gear wheels. And here we will place a chest for iron. That should be fine. Ooh, this ran out of coal. Not great. Okay. Collect more of the copper. Replace those. Okay. That should be fine for now, I think, maybe, probably. Let's drop this back. Oh, I am very quiet. Hold on, let me see if I can do something about that. Alright, I think that should be a little bit better. Also, hey Titan. Alright, our assemblers for the automation tech card go here. This is gonna be our blank tech card. And of course we need more inserters. And sticks go here. Iron plates and other stuff go here. Alright, you are waiting for the automation cards to be made. It's gonna take us a little bit of time to produce. And what do you need? You need iron plates and copper cables. So let us add another assembler here. Huh. Okay. Well, thanks for letting me know. Apparently something got screwed with my mic settings in OBS then. Let me see if I can... pump that up a little bit. Over here, properties. Okay, let's see how that works out for us. I think this should be a little bit better. A bit better, so more, you say. Okay, filters, more gain. Alright, I think that should be enough. I don't want to overdo it too much. And I'm guessing that will be enough for now. I'm gonna have to check the VOD later and see how it sounds like in comparison to the previous streams, and then figure out what the hell went wrong. Well, I don't know what went wrong. My OBS shows everything as normal, so I don't know. We'll see. Alright, copper cable, small electric pole. Damn it, if it turns out I was really too quiet, I'm gonna have to dub over the VOD. At least the first hour or so. Okay. Copper plates. We're gonna need them here and here, so I think we might want to put a chest here and do it like that. Huh. Yeah, I have no idea what happened. I didn't change anything in my OBS, so it shouldn't have changed. My mic input still shows everything exactly the same. I mean, now I had to add a gain filter, so not exactly the same, but oh well. I will worry about that after the stream, I guess. Since you're saying it's working fine now, I guess it's fine for now. Unless it isn't, then let me know. I'm gonna do what I can. Which isn't much, but I'm gonna do my best. Right. Are we making the tech cards? Not yet. For now, we are making the automation course. Ah, there are our first blank data cards. Once we get 5 of those here, yes, we are starting to make second tier card. Uh-oh. Apparently we have triggered some aliens. Oh, yep, they will be coming from the south. Let us grab some coal before they come here. I had to turn Discord global volume down, but I can hear you. Huh. Oh crap, I shouldn't have left this alone. I really shouldn't have left this alone. Fortunately, those were still not operational. Hey guys. Well, 4 furnaces lost is a shame, but it isn't a huge issue. I mean, Titan, if you're saying it's still not enough, I could bump the gain more. If you think that would be something good to do. You know what? I wonder if maybe having Discord open in the background did something to my mic. I'm gonna have to check that later. I mean, for me, OBS shows that my mic input is currently about twice as loud as the game itself, so it should definitely be loud. Huh. Alright, I will bump it up a little more in a moment. Just let me deal with those bugs. Do I have enough ammo? Yes, I do. My Twitch is set to max and I had to turn my headset up. It's workable now, so I would worry about it. Just something to check after the stream. Oh yeah, I definitely will have to check it after the stream. Let me bump it up a little bit more. Alright. That is about as high as it can go. So let us leave it at that for now. God damn it, OBS. Why do you have to be so difficult and change stuff even when I don't want you to? Alright. We have the electric mining drills now, so that is going to make stuff easier for us. I think we might want to... Hold on, did we get the turrets yet? No, we haven't. Let us research the turrets, and once that is done, we will build a couple, and we will go and deal with those nests to the southeast and the one to the west, because we are getting close to it. We might also want to explore to the north, because our pollution cloud is already spreading into the shroud. Oh dear, oh dear. And we definitely need more ammo. Alright. Copper. You know what? I might have actually... I might actually want to put a chest over here to buffer some of these cores. Will definitely be helpful. Situations like this when I want some more cores to build turrets or whatever. And for now, I also want to have a few of these, so let's use that assembler while we still have it. And I guess we could queue up the weapon damage and shooting speed research. Okay. More iron. I think we might want to use more inserters here so that the chest gets full quicker. There we go. Thanks for letting me know, though, Titan. Like I said, I checked it out myself and it sounded fine. If it doesn't on the viewer's end, it's... well, it's good to know, so thanks. Okay, coal. I think I might actually want to set up some basic ammo automation over here. So let us do that. We will get iron from here. The rest we will have to... you know what? Let's actually do that. Output here. The rest we will actually have to deliver by hand. Okay. There we go. Ammo is being made. Need these beams and I need these cores. Oh, these cores that I haven't buffered. Thank you. One day I will remember to do what I want to do and not just say I want to do. Right, start the biomass. Yeah, this kind of worries me because I mean, it might just be that there's little pollution here and it fluctuates, but might also mean that there's a new nest that's spread there and... Just check on some other Twitch channels, audio in general is much louder with them. Yeah, I know. I will have to check OBS settings then, because something definitely got screwed up on my end. Well. I guess that will be a lesson for the future. Before you start the stream, double check and triple check if everything is alright. Okay, more turrets, and I think That should be enough for now. Do we have enough ammo? 109. 109 isn't a whole lot, but I guess if we grab some of that coal, some more copper, and then iron on our way out, we can make some more ammo on the way to the nest. Alright, I was gonna place these. Thank you. And let us make, I don't know, maybe 150-ish more. Let's first head to the east. We will see if there are any nests there or if it's just a false alarm. Then we will head south and clear the other nest that is definitely there. And then I think we might check back on our base before heading west to get rid of the other nest. Okay, looks like this area is clear for now. Let's keep on going south. Actually, we might drift a little bit to the east so we don't approach it from the north. It would be better to have a little bit more visibility on... Oh, holy. Yep. Maybe not. I thought that would be a good idea, but clearly it's not. Okay. Let's place a couple of turrets so we have somewhere to fall back to. We won't be doing a full-on turret creep, I think. Although I think we will still use turrets to clear the nests because they do have bonus damage. Although I don't know if the bonus damage applies before we research those techs. Still 2 minutes for that right now. Alright. It's one nest dealt with. Let's help it a little bit. Alright. Move these forward. Here I said I wouldn't do full-on turret creep, and yet... Oh well. Oh, is that an oil field? Yes, it is. Maybe we will set up our first oil here then. I mean, that other location looked pretty good as far as defense goes. But if we are going to be expanding to the east, I guess this is also pretty decent. Alright, let's head back to the base. I think we might want to set up another one of those greenhouses so we don't have to worry about wood. We should have glass stored in the smelters already, so that shouldn't be a problem. Our research is dropping, so we might be out of some of those resources in the chests. So let's check on that first. Yep, something isn't producing. The automation tech card isn't being made because we don't have iron here. And also here. We might want to think about preparing a bigger buffer. But I don't think we will worry about it. We will automate smelting soon. So no need to improve the imperfect setup if a better one is being made already. Okay, one thing I forgot. Oh no, I didn't forget. I did research. Yes, I did research the logistics, so we have splitters already. All we need to do is get some of those electronic circuits. But first, Let's grab that and make a greenhouse because electronic circuits will require a ton of wood. I don't want to go back to cutting trees with a pickaxe. Very inefficient. Right. Grab the ammo. I don't know where I will want our electronic circuit production, so let's make a temporary one over here. That's gonna be 2 copper cables, electronic circuit, and a wood farm. We need to connect the water somehow, so let us just grab it from this output. It's fine. Now power. And also, hold on. What do you need? Wood and copper cables. I think we might kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. Like that, and like that. Thank you. You will go here and you will store a stack of power poles. I mean, we will be moving relatively soon to the medium poles once we get some steel, but... well, it's relatively soon. It's not really that soon. Plus, the good part about Krastorio 2 is that we can always chuck those poles into the boilers later if we want to get rid of them. Alright. And over here we are gonna get some copper. I think I also might want to actually output the electronic circuits that I am producing, because that would be the smart thing to do. Or rather, not doing it would be the stupid thing to do. There we go. And here are our automated power poles. Alright, I also need iron. There we go. Automated electronic circuits. Well, semi-automated. Now that's dealt with. I want to go and deal with the west nest. And after that's done, I'm gonna go north and see if there are any nests over there. No, coal is out. Let's replace those. And let's replace those as well. Let's add fuel to all of these, because we are gonna be away for a while. I want them to keep working while I'm not here. We've got 262 spare ammo, so that's nice. We can actually make a few more turrets. That will definitely speed us up. Oh, also, we already got the weapon damage upgrade 1, which means our turret are gonna do quite a lot more damage. I mean, so will we, but the turrets actually get double bonus, because they get the damage from ammo and damage from the turret itself. Alright. Let's place some turrets. Or as a certain narrator in license-free program would say, turrets. Though sadly, I think they actually changed it in one of the recent patches. It was fun, but I get why they might not want that in their game. That's one worm dealt with. Shooting between those nests is rather difficult, especially when you have to evade acid. Are you in range? Yes, you're in range, so we can at least get rid of one of those nests. Will make shooting this worm much easier. There we go. Out of sight, out of mind. Let's collect the corpses. I think we should have enough biomass to make a generator later on. We will double check in a minute. For now, let's just collect our turrets and go north. Explore. Yeah, our pollution cloud is spreading quite far. I think we might actually want to add a few more of the greenhouses to limit our pollution. Oh crap, yep. There are some nests to the north, and they already sent some guys to attack us. Not great. You know what would be another smart thing to do before leaving? Placing some turrets in the base, now that we have turrets. God damn it, biters. God damn it. Oh well. I was going to replace those with electric miners anyway. Let's add repair packs to the queue. Although I wonder if they didn't come from somewhere over here, since they didn't attack our coal miners. Well, let's leave one turret here for the moment and head east to see if there is a new nest somewhere to the northeast. Although if they came from east, surely they would attack our boilers first, right? Huh. I don't know. That's what I would expect, but the AI can sometimes work unpredictably. Alright. We will head north and see what we can find. There's something here, I believe. Oh, more oil. Cool. That's gonna be useful in... for 5 or 6 techs. It isn't really that far off. But we still have to set up actually our basic smelter arrays, so there's that. Okay, so these guys are almost in our pollution cloud. There's another one somewhere in there. I wonder if... Yep, they are already preparing another attack, so they are the ones that sent those two to our base. Yep. Destroying the forest with gun turrets. Why not? Ah, let me go. Thank you. Pew 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 pew. Gotta love the sound of multiple turrets firing on enemy target. Cool. Another nest dealt with. I wonder if we want to deal with the ones to the east as well. You know what? Since we are here already, might as well. We still have to explore to the west from here and see if there's anything there. Oh, right. Forgot Krastorio 2 adds radiation to the uranium patches. So you actually get damaged if you get too close. Alright, so boys. Nests dealt with. Nests, worms actually. I can speak sometimes. Not often, but sometimes. No, just a single nest. Never mind. Is that in range? Yes. Awesome. I don't have to get down there. Let's collect our turrets and go west, see if there are enemies there. I'm gonna assume there are. Because if I don't, I will get surprised like I have been before. No, let's not walk into the radiation again. What is that? Oh, rare metals. I don't remember what they were used for besides the upgraded mining drills. But I think they might be somewhat useful in the future. Quite a distant future, but still. Alright, this looks clear. This looks clear as well. There is no land bridge to the north. Alright, looks like this area is pretty clear. I mean, the only place we should worry about is that one, but it's pretty close to the rest of the continent east of it. So not really something we should worry about. Alright, let's get back to our base. We should probably check our science production again. Oh, and also, the thing that we forgot, we already have splitters. We can set up proper resource delivery now. We can also start slowly phasing out the burner miners and enable the whatchamacallit, smelter stack. Not to mention building another one for copper. There we go. Oh, I should have first checked on the research and then on our power pole production, because I definitely need those. Thank you. This we can grab as well. I think we could limit it though. You need iron. You need iron. You have some copper left, but let's grab it anyway. Oh, and also you need copper. Thank you. That should be fine for now. So let us start making inserters, which means we need iron. Did I limit the chest? I did, thank you. grab the copper as well. Cool. Make more inserters, make more splitters. I'm gonna need a couple underground belts as well. Because undergrounds will be needed to split our resources properly. I mean, something like that, only with a underground here. There we go. That's gonna be fine. Add a belt. Let's put a lane balancer here. And that should be fine. Let's add those power poles now. We don't need them on both sides in the center. That should be fine. Inserters. Let's build one side first. Go. Also, would be nice if we connected power to those. Yeah, over here would be the quickest way. Thank you. Take those belts. Make more splitters, make more undergrounds, get the electronic components. Oh, right. Connecting it to the smelter stack would actually work better. That's one thing. The other is fueling it. For now, we will throw in the coal. But one thing I was wondering about is using the wood for fuel. Side question, did we have cactus farm anywhere in Minecraft? Automated one, no, but there should be a small cactus plantation in the old base. In the old base in the front, in the front of a hill where there's the big rotational farm. Plus, if I remember correctly, there were some cacti growing somewhere, I wanna say west of the metalworks, but I can't really remember, and I think... No, I don't remember who planted them there, but it definitely wasn't me. Iron, copper, and what did I research? Repair packs. Awesome. We can put some repairs on our poor damaged smelter. Yeah, I had a few next to the metalworks, but I need 125 or more for tons upgrade stall. Okay, nice. Also, check if there are some in the warehouse, because I remember I harvested them at least a couple of times and threw everything in the warehouse, so there should be some there already. I definitely didn't use them, so unless you have those already, there should be a supply. Alright. I think once I finish the mushroom farm I am working on, I might actually work on the cactus farm next. I was going to build a pumpkin farm, but those two will be quite similar designs, so I can probably reuse it. And the cactus will definitely be useful if we want to make slime balls. And I think I want to automate those as soon as possible as well. But that is something I will probably worry about tomorrow. Oh, we should repair those as well. And let's actually pick it up. Oh, don't drop the iron ore, thank you. Right, our iron stack is somewhat operational. Let's build, I don't know. Yep, cactus, slime balls, green dye for occult, and thorns upgrades for armor so far. Yep. Definitely are going to have some use. And the slime balls, I think, were an ingredient for frog ports, right? So that will be another quite useful thing to have automated. Throw that in. Okay, how's our pollution? Spreading to the east and south. I think I'm gonna place a turret or two near the iron stack. And after we do that, let's put some ammo in and then add a splitter and start delivering the iron automatically to our science labs. Because frankly, delivering it by hand is shameful. I am almost 2 hours in the game and I'm still doing it by hand. Unacceptable. Alright. Split this here and deliver it over here. Oops. I meant to do it like that. There we go. You know what, let's place another turret here in case the biters decide the belt is worth munching on. That should solve the iron issue. The copper should be alright for the moment. Alright, we are actually not researching anything, so let us start with the steel. The sooner we get this, the better. I will leave those rocks here for now. Let us just grab this, throw that in, grab the holes. We can deconstruct this, thank you very much. You guys won't be needed for now, the shelter can stay. Anything else I wanted to do here? There's a turret over here. Maybe let's place one more near the coal and one more near the copper, in case they get attacked. I don't need entire 200, thank you. Okay, let's add the steel axe, heavy armor, fast inserter, logistic tech card. We don't need the shelter tech really, but the large containers might be nice. And let's put those lamps as well, why not? Then we will have to work on our logistic tech cards, because we are quickly running out of techs we can research. Alright. Another one here. Oh, you know what would be useful? Walls. Why didn't I research walls? Let's put them a second. This we can actually limit now, since we will definitely not need as much sand nor glass. Steel is researched, so I think we could start working on a steel smelter design. But for now, let me first do my stupid design of fueling smelters with wood. So, how are we going to do that? We are going to place a ton of greenhouses. And let's see, greenhouse uses 150 kilowatts and it produces 40 wood over 60 seconds. And each piece of wood gives us 125 fuel. So I think that leaves us with a decent supply we can use for fueling. And I think I might actually also want to use it to supplement our power production, but that we will do later. For now, let's just use it for fueling our furnaces. And we will place, I don't know, maybe 4 assemblers for wooden chests, because that will further increase our fuel value. You can see the wood has 125 megajoules. Wooden chest made from 2 pieces of wood has 3 megajoules. So for a small price of crafting them in an assembler, we get another almost 500 free power. Did I say 300? I meant 500. Alright, let's do that, and let's deliver those chests here. Okay. That should be alright. So let's connect power to those, and we also need to connect water. I think we might reuse this single pump, since those use 3.33 water per second, and pumps, if I remember correctly, give us something like 1200 per second. We can safely use the same pump for a few dozen greenhouses. There we go. And since the steel axe is researched, we now have full mining speed. At least I don't remember there being any more upgrades. So, let's remove the wreckage. We will get rid of all these buildings we are no longer using, and maybe get something interesting from them. Just some components for now. Ah, there they are, 2 sentinels. 3 sentinels. I always wait with clearing this stuff till I get the steel axe, because boy, mining that out with the basic axe take ages. Alright. 5 sentinels, awesome. And another 2. Sentinels basically are radars, but they have very limited range. I think they are just a single chunk. No, they are a little bit more. They are 3x3, I think. And they do not scan around them. They just provide vision in their range. Which is actually something I much prefer for external base wall. Because that means you can have vision on your defensive walls without actually generating more chunks and more biter nests than needed. Oh, let's actually output some of that wood and deliver it to be made into chests. There we go. Ooh, another nice useful feature of Krastorio 2 is that you can switch inserters to drop to the near lane instead of the far one. So let's make half of these drop to the near lane. And we don't have to worry about lane balancing anymore. Well, mostly don't have to worry about it. Alright, the chests are being delivered and they are used as fuel. Nice. Now, the next step I think will be to make another stack for copper. Then we can automate inserters. And then we will make some steel so we can have fast inserters. And once we have those, I think we might start to consider making something resembling a main bus. I don't remember how the terrain looks to the east, but I think I might want to actually make it going to the east. And if there's an ocean there, well, let's just say we'll worry about that bridge. We'll cross that bridge once we come to it. Oh, right. Before we start dealing with the automation, I think we want to set up the logistic tech card. Because if we don't, then our science will stall quite soon. So, let's place some long-handed inserters here. They will grab from the second belt. This still isn't my final lab design, so let's not worry about it being quick for now. I need more copper. And I could probably get rid of that sand from my inventory since I won't be needing it anytime soon. You are mined out, so let's get rid of you. Let's collect the copper. And I need 2 more long-headed inserters. Alright. Let's clear out this area. Ah, look how quickly now I'm getting rid of those trees. I mean, I could always shoot them with the machine gun, but... Here, here, and here. There we go. Alright, so let's build that somewhere around this part. These parts, actually. Alright. 4 assemblers. And what do you need? You need iron gear wheel, electronic circuit, and blank tech card. So you are going to need the long-headed inserters as well. Okay. Like that. And the long-headed inserters will deliver the blank tech card. Which I am wondering if I could maybe... No, you know what? Let's not get too cocky about reusing our existing stuff. And let's just build another blank tech card setup here. Okay, that should be fine. And that should be fine as well. Let's already pre-fill those. And then electronic circuit. How much do we need? We need 0.12 per second, so that's 0.48 for 4. And you are producing 0.5. So I guess 1 should be enough. I might regret it later, but I think 1 will be enough for the time being. And the other one is iron gear wheel, which also needs 0.48, and this produces entire 1 per second, so that is also quite alright. You are going to need iron, you are going to need iron, and you are going to need iron. So let's do something like this. And let's split it off from here. You will also need copper cable and iron plate. Now, this one, I think we can reuse because it produces 2 per second, and this needs only 0.5. So we will use that and build another one here. And that should be quite fine. All right. There we go. I will also need another greenhouse. Speaking of greenhouses, how is our power here? Ah, we got entire belt full of chests. And while it doesn't look like it's done much to our pollution cloud yet, I think it will in the future once we start making more. Oh, we are out of power. Crap. Now that would be a good thing to notice sooner. We are entirely out of power. We are basically only producing power out of these 4 wind turbines and the tiny ship reactor that we left here. Now this is something we need to put automation on ASAP. So first things first, put the coal in. Then I think we might want to, of course I've left my iron. We might want to put 1 burner inserter on the first one and more electric inserters on the rest. And then we will provide it with a belt. I think we will first connect the coal and then we will supplement it with some chests. There we go. There is the burner. And some standard inserters. Do we have a miner? No, we do not. We need to craft those. Alright. There's coal to the north. So we can probably do something like that for now. It doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to work. And let's also place a balancer here. And we need to connect power. There we go. Research complete. Let's do some sentinel research. And we need to place sentinel near the labs, near the belt, and to the left of our wood production. Alright. You guys are done as well. Right, our power is fixed. We were working on the logistic tech card. So we need more inserters for that, I believe. Yes, looks like it. Okay. We should have actually grabbed some of those intermediates from our chests to speed up the production. And another thing I might want to do is make a small chest for the inserter parts. There we go. And iron sticks here. Here, here, here. Let's limit to 2 stacks. And let's do that. Thank you. And while I still have those burner miners, let's just place them here. Crap. That might have been a mistake, but you know what? Whatever. It doesn't have to be beautiful. Oh. We will go here and place the sentinel. I think we might grab... Or you know what? Instead of grabbing some of those, I will actually put a buffer chest. And let's limit it to 2 rows. I think that should be enough for the time being. Hopefully. Oh, you are mined out. Let's actually move you here. And let's add a few more. 1 and 2. Alright. Actually, since we are doing this, we might want to do something a little bit less sensible, like placing electric miners over here. There we go. That will supplement our production for basic components. I have some pipes. I have this, I have that. That should be fine. Let's grab more copper. And we should probably have enough we need to finish the logistic tech card production. Which is gonna be awesome. Also, let's place this here to keep our production up. This, that, this and that, and this. And is this enough? No, because this needs wood. Of course it does. I keep forgetting about the wood. And here we need water. Like that, like that, like that. Thankfully those greenhouses have water inputs and outputs on 4 sides, so it's easier to not just chain them, but also connect the further greenhouses with the same fluid network. Right. So let's make the electronic circuits here and see how our logistic tech cards are being made. First one should be produced now. There it goes. Well, it started to produce. It will be done in 20 seconds. Okay, let's not stand there and watch progress bar increase. Let's keep working. This time I will work on smelter stack for copper. So let us place it a little bit further to the west. Oh, maybe I should make a blueprint out of it. I can't change recipes here, right? No, I cannot. Oh well, I will somehow live without this. Let's call it basic smelter stack. Nope, not stackable. Okay. Let's leave space for, let's say, 4 stacks over here and place our copper here. Change the recipe. Oh, oh, I didn't know you can copy recipe from the stone furnace onto inserter. I mean, I guess it might be useful, even if it's a little bit annoying at the moment. Right, what do we want to research next? I mean, the power poles would be nice. Circuit network as well. You know what? Let's get rid of those basic techs first, since we still don't have enough of the logistic tech cards to research anything serious. I think we don't, for now at least. Let's connect this to the power network. Right, we actually need more inserters. Do we have automation cores stored in the chest? Please tell me that I did remember it this time. Yes, I did. And we have at least a stack already. That's nice. Well, not a full stack, but still. More than half a stack is pretty decent. And let's go here to grab the inserter parts. What else do we need? Electronic circuits, which we have quite enough in our inventory already. Let's refuel these furnaces while we're here. There we go. These guys are full, so let's grab all of it. Cool. Refuel you. Refuel you. Oh, these two are also out. And I think that should be enough for now. Let us build our stack. Oh, I could have grabbed some of those belts, but I think what I have on me should be enough to complete this. If not, well, I'm gonna be cursing myself again. There we go. Inputs. Oops, mistake. There we go. Outputs. And I think we will deliver fuel from the other side, since it's closer to the output of our chest belt, which I think we might also want to balance to give ourselves a little bit bigger buffer. There we go. Oh, right. Actually splitting them off would be nice. Fine, fine, fine. And you know what? I think I want to get rid of this buffer, actually. At least until I can get more faster, more better inserters. Yes, English. Let's actually do this. We are going to be putting the chests in the chest if we have a surplus. Alright. Since you have fuel now, we can deliver copper ore to you, which means we should probably make some miners for copper ore. This we might also want to balance so it takes resources from both sides equally. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be that equalized, but it's still better than nothing. I think as long as the belt doesn't get full, it should be spread quite equally. There you go. There you go. And there you go also. And if that works correctly, then I can connect a copper belt to our science production. not to mention our temporary electronic circuits and power post production. All right, I wanted to grab some of those belts from a chest, because I believe I set it to store 4 stacks. Yep. Let's take all of them. Let's grab the iron gear wheel. Inserter parts are always useful. And half a stack of these. There we go. Let's build a belt for copper delivery. You don't need copper, you need copper cables. So copper will go here, and copper will also... You know what? Let's move this here, so we can put a belt in its place, and weave... Well, weave. More like spaghetti, but still, you know what I mean. Deliver this here. It's another split here. You can go underground. Copper will go here. Yes, it's an ugly spaghetti, but it's my spaghetti. And I think another one will go here because we need to deliver some copper to the basic tech card production. Perfect. And by perfect I mean workable. That will be enough for now. 1, 2 spacing. Once that is dealt with, we might start to think about having some sort of a bus. Because expanding this janky setup will not be easy or pretty. Alright. But what would our next step be tech-wise? I think the poles will be first. Then we'll go for the engines so we can get fluid handling and oil processing. Once those two are done, I think we need automation too, because I don't remember if in Krastorio the first level assembler can actually handle fluids. And I think military tool will be amazing to get the anti-material rifle. Alright, you two get replaced with an electric miner. I mean, it's not like we need more sand for now. Oh, crap. I shouldn't have done that. I have left the sand in our ship, not here. Oh well. You can tell I'm a bit rusty both in Factorio and Krastorio. Alright. Oh, I didn't build an inserter over there. That's a stupid mistake. I think I might want to split the iron belt and deliver it there so we can get rid of all these whatchamacallums, burner miners. Okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good as well. Copper is coming in. And I think I've got inserters everywhere. So let's actually deliver copper here as well. And the iron too. Although I think we need to increase our iron production because that is just ridiculously low amount. Yeah, we have more than enough fuel to supply both of them. But we need to increase our production. Speaking of power, yeah, we are almost at the limit, so we should probably expand our steam power again. Let's clear these out of coal. Let them run until the fuel is depleted. And also I think I want to add a splitter, or I think I should rather call it a joiner, because I am going to use it to priority insert the wooden chests as fuel to be burned. Well, you can see that we are already over our power limit. I mean, those engines are doing their best, but still, they have their limits too. Alright. Alright. Oh, I didn't limit those chests, did I? Let's limit them to, let's say, a single row. That should be enough of a buffer for our power, I think. Maybe, probably. And there it is. Power increased. Should last us for another while. Let's connect those chests. And once those chests are connected, I think I might want to go on another hunt and get rid of all these nests, so we can start building our bus to the east. Misclick, never mind. I think I will split them off here. Make it priority to... Oh, 1,000 automation cards already. Priority to go as fuel into the smelters, and the overflow will go to our power generation. For the time being, I think we will still rely on coal. Right, you know what? Before we go on a hunt and start building our main bus, I think we might want to build at least some basic steel production setup, because it definitely would be nice to have at least some steel stockpiled, not to mention being able to make the fast inserters. So, steel. Let's build it somewhere below the iron. I think for the timing I'm gonna make the steel just out of the iron plates we are making here. But in Krastorio 2, in addition to iron plates, to make steel you require some coke. That's 8. I'm not gonna worry about ratios for now. I think something like 2 coke smelters should be fine. Coke is made by smelting together wood and coal. So, we will deliver some coal and some wood from the right side and output them here, and here we will smelt the coke and iron plates into steel. However, this means we will require some long-handed inserters. Okay. Yeah, powering them will be interesting. I think we'll do something like that, and we will have to actually do something stupid like that. Listen, once again, this is supposed to be a working setup, not a pretty setup. I think we will have to figure something better at a later date, but I think we might want to wait with it until we get the whatchamacallem, electric smelters. There we go. And we can grab fuel from here. Let's go and grab some more of those belts because we already have run out. Yes, we have been expanding quite rapidly. Oh, we can also connect those. Very well. Hell yeah. First research done using the logistic science pack, which means we have better power poles. Huh. I thought they required steel, but apparently they do not. That is a nice change. Not having to worry about it is really cool. Alright. Our fuel is coming in now. Hold on. Can I do something like... Oh no, I cannot. I was thinking about connecting circuit wires to prevent coke being inserted as fuel. Oh, hold on. I can research the combinators, right? Yes. Let's put them to the front. And once they research, we will do that. Because I want to make sure we use chests as fuel and not the coal, wood, or coke. I think we might want to add a few more crafters for this because we have an overflow of wood. Very well. Let's just bend it over here. We got a little bit overzealous with the handcrafting of poles. Right, once that is done, we should probably make some more assemblers, which means we do need more iron beams. Did I make iron beams here? I did not. Of course I haven't. Alright. Oops, what have I done? That was a mistake. All fixed now. At least one more assembler. We will connect the remaining ones momentarily. And just one more. There we go. That should be our fuel supply for now. I think it will be more than enough for a single smelter stack of each. Alright, our engine is almost researched. And how long will it take us to get the combinators? 4 minutes? Yeah, I think we can wait with finishing this 4 minutes. In the meantime, I think I want to make sure the assembler for the beams is working, and I might add a few more electric miners here, and the next step will be adding a few more steam engines to make sure we don't run out of power in an inopportune time. Alright, more of this. Alright, I might also want to prepare some engine unit crafting, because those can't be handcrafted and we will need them for pumps and for a car, I believe. Not to mention the eventual trains. Engine, iron plate, iron gear and pipe. You know what? Let's just do this. I will copy this setup, do that, copy this setup, and do that. And we will also need to add some iron plates there, so let's do it like that. And that should be our engine production for now. Let's limit it to 2 stacks. Oh, great, and I ran out of power poles. Let's just use the basic ones here. Inserter, there we go. And we are making engine units for now. That should be enough. They will slowly accumulate. And when we are ready to use them, we should have at least a stack prepared. I also wanted to connect the iron belt here, I believe. Oh, and I also wanted to make... to add a sentinel near this belt, so we have visibility. Let's actually use the medium ones here, since they have slightly longer wire range. Also, when will we get the radar? Oh wow, radar is behind chemical tech card. Interesting. You don't need any of the chemical stuff to make them, but they are locked behind the card itself. Huh. Oh well. I guess we can stick to the sentinels for now. They do feel slightly better for most of our uses right now. This is mined out. So, if we want to connect the iron, we can do that safely because we are producing quite a lot. Alright. So I think we can move those off. We can get all the coal of those miners. And once they run out, we will spaghetti an iron belt somewhere like this, maybe. Okay, thank you. That's gonna work nicely. Those have already run out of fuel, so we can deconstruct them. I should probably see if we can actually recycle those somehow. I think recycling of the buildings was something that was added in space exploration plus Krastorio, not Krastorio itself. Oh well. Although, you know what, we could actually build a crusher and just check. Right, crusher. Can we put miners? Yes, we can. Nice. And it does seem to just destroy them. It doesn't return any resources. Unless it has a chance of returning resources. We will have to do a bit more research later, I guess. For the time being, let's just clear out this area. And let's connect this. Thank you. There we go. No, it doesn't seem like it returns any resources from those miners. Oh well. Still. We now know that we can get rid of them when we want to. Circuit network will be researched in about 50 seconds. Why are you not researching? You're not getting enough automation tech cards. And you're not getting those because we're not getting enough of that, because we don't get enough of copper plates, of course. We still need to add more miners to this setup. Alright. I think that doubling it should be enough for now. I mean, for now. The now won't really last that long. Alright. We have the circuit network researched. We've got the green wires and red wires. So let's go and wire our steel setup. So, first of all, the steel itself. We want to read contents, including fuel. And we want to enable this inserter only when there's more than 0 wooden chests. Which basically means the inserter will enable inputting of the coke and iron plates once it has fuel of wooden chests. So let's copy that over the rest. And over here we will do the same with these two. We will make sure that we read contents including fuel, and this will be enabled only and only, yes, I want to say that it will be enabled only when there is more than 0 wooden chests as fuel. Thank you. I promise I can speak sometimes. Right. There we go. They are enabled because they are reading that we have 5 fuel, so that should be fine. Let us now deliver... Oh, actually, let's first make some room for the output, because it would be quite stupid if we had to weave it in later on. For now, let's just add the balancer and we will output it into a chest. Although, you know what? A smarter way to do it would be to put a splitter here and only add to a chest on one side. Then we will be able to output from the other side into our production, and we won't need to move our chest because having a storage in a chest will be quite decent for a while. There we go. Seems fine. Let's go and grab some coal. Do we want to split wood off here? No, I think we want to add a dedicated wood setup for the steel. So let us actually grab some of that glass. Let's get rid of the iron ore as well. Thank you. There we have it. Coal. There's coal. Let's increase coal production. Let's split it somewhere around here. Alright, this is balanced. This is alright. Alright, speaking of, we should probably produce those greenhouses. That's gonna be our coal. And as for our wood, we're gonna need 0.75-ish. So I think 0.66. You know what, I think I'm gonna use just one. If it's a problem later, I can always put speed modules in it, and I still think I'm gonna make a better steel setup in the future. Oh, we can now produce trees. Awesome. Let's do... Wait, I was going to put only a single one. Well, never mind, I'm an idiot. Still, having two of these won't be a huge problem. In fact, it might even be beneficial from the standpoint of our pollution cloud, because it expands quite far south already. Having those two pollution reducers will be quite nice. Alright, we need to get some water to here. There we go. Where is our closest water pipeline? I think it should be somewhere around here. There it is. Alright, there we go. I have connected power to them, have I? Yes, I have. They are already producing. The coal is being delivered. The wood will be there soon. Let's just put some here to see how it works. And I think that next thing we should do is probably delivering of the iron plates and the coke to the steel producers. I think we might want to copy this, as this design will be useful for the future. Right, I should probably also automate those splitters and underground belts, but I think I want to wait with that until I get something resembling a main bus. And at that point I will probably immediately construct red belt production. Right. Coke is being made. Coke is being delivered, I think. So we can now deliver the iron plates. course I don't have those. There we go. Come on. There we go. And let's see our first steel plates being made. If they will be made. I mean, there's still a chance that I have screwed up something and I can't see it yet. Nope, it looks like everything is being delivered. Let's just speed it up by delivering some iron plates manually. And steel is being made. It's not gonna be fast yet, but it's gonna be something. Let's increase our power production because we will be adding more electric miners. I wanted to say in the near future, but I'm actually doing it immediately. Ooh, we got oil gathering. That's gonna be awesome. You know what? Let's start using the medium poles since we have them already. There we go. And now for the power. Also, let's probably start preparing towards having some pump jacks. And some pumps, probably. But first, power. I would hate for me to go set up oil and have the power run out while I'm not here. No, I only made one boiler? Come on. There we go. And of course I don't have iron plates on me. There and back again. Oh, right. Because my iron has actually dried out a little bit. That should be enough for now. What do you need? Iron beam. Didn't I set up iron beams here? Yes, I did. So that's gonna be nice and quick. Boiler. I wanted to make another boiler and I wanted to make more chests. If you know, I think I'm gonna actually steal some of that iron back from the steel. No, that wasn't an intentional pun, thank you. Okay, let's grab like maybe 200. Let's make some chests. We do have some inserters, but let's make more. And we will supplement our power production. Currently we are at 9.3 megawatts. Whoops, this quick. And now we've got 12.3. Cool. We can afford a few more of those miners. We shall put maybe 2 or 3 of them here, since one of our coal sources has already run out. Not. Let's go for 4. There we go. Let's make a few more of these, and let's go grab some steel so we can make the big power poles. That will make connecting power to our oil much easier. I think I might want to place 2 more of these over here. Since we have started using quite a lot of that fuel, I think our chest producers are still quite enough, but we need more wood for them. Oh, right. Connecting some water would probably help. There we go. Yeah, as you can see, the wood reaches this assembler, but those two remain inactive. Although the belt is filling quite nicely. There even is some occasional overflow to the power producers, but well, whatever. Now, we will grab some of that steel. We will use it to make... How many pump jacks do we need for that field? 2, 4, 5. So we need more electronic circuits. I'm sure I store some of them here. Let's also grab a stack of those. 5 pump jacks. Probably some storage tanks would be nice. Some pumps. Oh, and of course, big electric poles. I'm gonna need more iron for that. Oh, I should probably add some sort of a buffer storage. Okay, that is fine. Let's go and grab the ammo from the top. We will add a couple more turrets and we will go clear out the easternmost nests. Unless... Okay, the research for military 2 is not that far off, so I think we will wait until we have that. And once we do, we will build ourselves an anti-material rifle. And then we will go on a hunt. Look at all that handcrafting. I promise I will automate that stuff at some point. Once I have a main bus, I can at least start doing that. For now, yeah, not so much. How's that wood going? I think this is the first production, so we won't see any improvement here yet. But I think it's gonna be okay. Automation 2 will be ready in 35 seconds. Why are you so slow? Are you still low? Oh, I never built an inserter here. Stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Oh well. Mistakes like that do happen. Yeah, fortunately, we can grab some of these and use them to kickstart the production back again. Alright. Automation 2 is almost ready. Once again, it stopped at 99%. Apparently, we are quite lucky with that today. And by lucky, I mean not so much. How's our pollution? It doesn't look that bad. Alright. There goes the automation card production. Military 2 should be ready in, well, definitely not 9 minutes. Research finished, 1 minute 30. Alright, that's more like it. Let's... I was gonna say let's go and put some more stuff into the ammo production, but I think we don't actually want to... Oh, there's an iron chest. we might want to disable that for now, since we have that earlier one. We don't want to put too much stuff on the ammo production here, because we will actually need the resources to make ammo for the anti-material rifle, since it uses a different type of ammo. And second of all, for the turrets, we will be moving on to the armor-piercing one, which requires steel. Alright, let's make ourselves the anti-material rifle. And about 100 stacks, well, 100 pieces of ammo. Are they called magazines? Yes, they are. 100 magazines should be fine. And then I think we will start working on the piercing ammo for the turrets. I think we want to grab some more steel. And then I think we will move towards building some power poles in that general direction. So, let's do that. While we are crafting, we can expand towards the oil field. It's still gonna take us a while before we have the turrets and we can go against the biters. But we don't have to sit still and do nothing in the meantime. I mean, one advantage of being in a desert is that you don't have to remove too many trees when you want to construct something. And besides, the few attacks we got weren't so bad, so I guess it's not so difficult after all. I mean, I'm not playing on a death world, so there's that as well. Okay, we have some storage tanks and we have some pumps. So let's for now store our oil in a storage tank. There's that. There's that. There's that. And connect with the underground pipes. I wanted to add the advanced fluid handling mod, but apparently right now it causes some errors with the new Krastorio version. So for now we will have to deal with everything using base game pipes. And maybe the Krastorio pipes once we get to the steel ones. I believe they are a little bit better than they used to now. There we go. We've got oil. And the tech didn't trigger because we don't have the fluid chemistry, of course. Never mind. Let's leave it as it is and go. Alright, we can't hunt them yet because we are still making our weapons. But we can at least move towards the nest and start setting up, maybe with the basic ammo. We won't wait for the armor-piercing one. Let's just wait till we get the anti-material rifle and a few magazines. That is definitely going to be the main method of eliminating at least the worms for the near future for me. There we go. And the range on this baby is quite high. Look at this. There we go. You can take biter nests from almost half a screen away. And the damage is pretty good as well. And this is just the standard magazine. not the armor-piercing one. So there are some upgrades later on. Well, the only thing you lose is the double upgrade bonus of the turrets, but still. If you want, you can always go with the classic turret creep. I do find the anti-material rifle is somewhat satisfying. Let's finish it off with the turrets. There we go. One down. 3 to go. Let's get the biomass. I think we have enough for a biolab, but it is still quite a way away in the tech tree. Worms dealt with. No, apparently I put those out of range. Much faster. Alright. Oh, there's another nest to the east, so let's deal with that immediately. Whoops, I think we might be a little bit too close. Ooh, and there is another nest to the east of that one. I would say that they are multiplying like bugs, but hey. Once we get rid of that nest, we will get rid of that worm, and once we get rid of that worm, we can put our turrets closer. There we go. Oh, too close. There is a worm here and one behind, so I think we can actually move to here and see if we can snipe through the forest. Ah, sadly not. The nests have quite a big... Ah, hitbox. Save me, turrets. Thank you. Squelch. Ah, yes, and now I'm shooting rocks. Awesome. Turret power! I'm not gonna wait for that. Let's just finish with more turrets. Alright. I think I might have accidentally removed corpse. I should probably check if... Yep. Apparently, the decoration cleanup mod is removing the corpses, so I should probably look into that later. Alright. 2 more nests and we can go home and set up our oil. Oops, that was a mistake. That's better. There is one worm in there, which is kinda sad for us. But we only need to get through one nest to get to it. There we go. And one more nest to the north, and we will be done with this sector. I should also probably start thinking about automating wall production so we can set up some more long-term defenses. I mean, still, a good offense is gonna be our best defense, but I really like to have an auto wall around my entire base. Feels right for Factorio. Oh. Yes, shoot that forest. Really? There's another one behind it? Come on. Fine, I will deal with that too. You go out to kill 1 or 2 nests, and it turns out into an entire campaign. Classic biters. Classic biters. One worm down. Two worms. Can we get you? Yes, we can. At least sometimes. Nice. And I think for now that should be enough on the Eastern Front. Oh, and there's an immersite source here, which we won't utilize for quite a while, but still good to know it's there. And another oil source. Oh, also another worm. I'm not sure what the immersite was used for, but as far as I can remember, it is used for the very advanced electronics and materials for high tier equipment. So that's going to be good to have. All right. Let's leave this here. Oh, right. We still need to go to the base because for the oil refinery, we are going to need some stone bricks. And we didn't set up any smelters for stone. So let us do that. On the way we can check why the science is so slow. It isn't slow. It's just a long research, I guess. Yeah, all the labs are working fine. Oh, you might want to increase our iron production again. Oh, 1,000 logistic tech cards already. Nice. That is going quite well. Okay. Some of our iron miners are running out. That's probably why the production feels so slow. Let's maybe do this instead. Like that. Stone smelter, you say? I think I will make a manual one for now. I won't need a ton of the bricks until I decide to automate whatchamacallit, walls. For now, we can just produce some bricks. 1 minute until we get lab research level 2, then the fluid chemistry, and that should unlock oil processing, which means we will make oil refineries. We should grab more steel for that. We will unlock the oil refineries, so we will construct our first oil refinery. We won't worry about having any sort of fancy setup for now. We will just place something simple so we can fill at least one storage tank full of petroleum gas. And we will somehow, I don't know, I guess move on from that to doing more interesting things. For now, let us get rid of all that coal from our inventory. There we go. Although, I might have left a little bit more just so I can make more of the ammo. Hold on, let me scroll out and see. Yeah, south is starting to look quite dangerous now. Fluid chemistry will be done in about 6 minutes. I do have some turrets for defense over here, and I hope... Oh no, I didn't place any defenses near the steel. That was a mistake. So let's place another one of those here. And I believe, you know what? I think I will actually make a semi-automated setup for the bricks, because it would be nice to have at least some wall production. Not a whole lot of it, just something that will slowly accumulate over time when I am not nearby. Also, I think I might put fuel like that. Yeah, I guess that works. And let's add an assembler. Assembling walls. There we go. And we can actually limit it to, I don't know, 1,000? There we go. That should be fine. That should be fine. We are waiting for our oil, so I think we could actually make more labs. Do I store copper cables somewhere? I don't believe so. I can, however, grab it from the assemblers. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 should be enough. I don't want to overdo those labs because if I remember correctly, Krastorio 2 has some more advanced labs later, so these won't be working for us forever. How's our power? Pretty decent. The walls are being made. You know what, let's just put another turret here, just in case. Okay, let's get rid of the wood in our inventory. Yeah, we will go and add more research labs so we can speed up the fluid chemistry research, so we can build our refinery. And be happy for it. Oh, apparently my science production is failing again because we don't have enough iron sticks, because we don't have iron. Oh, of course. I will deal with that momentarily. Let's just add these 8 and let's remove the small electric poles from here. We will actually put the big ones. Well, the medium ones, I guess. And I think we might want to put some defenses around here as well. Enable turret coverage. Yeah, we definitely have some holes in our defenses. I think I want to place another one somewhere around here. And another one near the power production. Wouldn't go amiss as well. You know what? Maybe 2 of those. With piercing ammo to be sure. Alright. Do we have enough stuff to finish this? That would be a maybe. I think I want to actually upgrade the assembling machines here, because once I get enough resources to those producers, that would be the simplest way of increasing our science pack or our tech card production. For now, let's add a few more of these. Medium power poles. I should probably automate those as well, since I'm gonna be moving away from... Ah, there it is, oil processing. Since I will be moving away from the small poles. Come on, give me at least one pole more. Also, while we wait for that, silicon would be nice because that will lead us to the solar panels. And also fuel would be nice because that will lead us to a car. I don't think we need advanced material processing yet, since we aren't really using that much of our basic stack yet. Although I might want to upgrade to them since they are more efficient than the basic furnaces. You know what? I will actually queue them, just so I don't forget about it later. Everything seems to be in order. More iron is coming in, I think. Yeah, that is our smelting stack full. Our steel is slowly filling as well. Ah, that's why there's not much iron coming in. I simply need to expand our smelting operation. Hold on. Like that. I think we might want to actually split it like that. No, I should make more splitters, thank you. I should have built that a little further away, so I could easily connect the second smelter stack. But since I haven't, we have to improvise. Yeah, I think that will work, at least until we decide to upgrade to steel furnaces. We need stone. Oh, also for that we need steel beams and steel gear wheels. And some bricks. There we go. Let's make more medium electric poles. I think I might actually want to automate them now before I move on to another thing and forget about it. Do we have a stick somewhere around here? There it is. Give me those sticks. I need a long-handed inserter and I don't wanna cancel my crafting queue. Alright, I shouldn't remove that inserter? Assembler. Dang it. There we have it. Copper cable. There will be iron sticks here and iron beams here. Chest. This, and that. Whoa, all the fluid recipes. Get out of here. Sticks and beams. Oops, I meant like that. Connect iron to here. That should be fine, I guess, and let's limit it to 2 stacks because we don't want to overdo the mediums. Still, it's nice to have them automated. Let's go and construct our first oil refinery. I'm not sure how much space do I want to leave here, because I think I'm gonna move that setup quite soon anyway. For now, let's just place it somewhere like this maybe. Alright. Let's do this. And let's do that. And let's do this here. Okay, should be fine. And the output. Output will be here. Three hours, 27 minutes. Wow. Not too fast, but since I am a bit rusty, I guess it's alright. Let's set them to 20k for now. And while that is working, we will make sure that we have cliff explosives on the way. So, sulfur, explosives, cliff explosives. Because I definitely will want that soon. Other than that, everything seems to be quite fine. So I think I will place a couple more assemblers for manual construction of some stuff, like the ammo for my anti-material rifle, maybe an assembler for the piercing ammo for the turrets. We might also want to automate the turrets themselves, or at least semi-automate them, I guess. Oh, right, I was going to also upgrade the assembling machines. You know what? I think I might actually use the to-do list. Assemblers for ammo. Assembler for turrets. And that should be it. Let us grab that and upgrade the assembling machines, making tech cards. Especially these. Our biggest issue, I guess, is still iron plates. I guess it's gonna be that way for as long as our steel is being made. And all those crafters over there. So I guess we might also want to make sure we have as much iron production as we can. We were building this stuff. Right, we need stone. See how easy it is to get distracted? Oh, and we need more inserters. I can see that already. So let's place those that we do have. Let's connect power. You go here. Now we should have enough. To finish this stack. So let's connect iron ore to it. I think a single belt should be enough for double stack. And increasing our iron plate production by a factor of 2 will definitely be helpful. How is that chest going? Pretty decently. Let's put the overflow here. That will also make those belts fill quicker. Did I place all the insulators? Yes, I have. Let's add some of those turrets just in case some bugs decide to attack us. Alright, so where are we right now? We have started making petroleum gas, we have steam power, we have basic steel production, we have the first 3 tech cards being slowly made. We have cleared quite a lot of space to the east, so we can start thinking about having a main bus. And we should have technology to build solar panels quite soon. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, and we will start the next stream by finishing the upgrades to our science production. We will expand our smelting stacks, perhaps even upgrade them to the steel furnaces, and probably start building some more permanent defenses so we can build that main bus that I've dreamed of for the last hour or two. So I guess that will be it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and let's see if there is someone that I could raid right now. Oh, no, never mind. It's quite late. Let's just finish the stream, and yeah, I will see you guys on Friday with some more FTL, and I think I should be available next week to continue this at around the same time. If you wanna know the times, I will update the schedule after the stream. So, once again, thank you for watching, and see ya!